Did, did you see the belt? The house is like this on a daily basis. The beloveds and the darlings, my mom and my siblings and my relatives, and every day it is like this. It is filled with poison, with the belts, with the knives, with the robes, with I don't know X and Z, and they are giving me, they beat me to death, they lie about me, fabricate stuff, and they do black magic. They are black magicians. A whore from Kuwait. Do you know Kuwait? Kuwait is the place, يعني it is majority of the Gulf nations, they fornicate. يعني والعياذ بالله الإنسان يكون يعني إيه يراعي حرمات وحدود الله سبحانه وتعالى، وتكون عينه الخليجيات عاهرات. Do you know? They are الخليجيات they are like this neighborhood. They are like this neighborhood. Even الصبية لم يسلمن من الخليجيات. Do you know there is a French philosopher, his name is Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Even do you know Jobran Khalil Jobran? He had يعني والعياذ بالله he was initiated into haram. Lots of he was Jean-Jacques Rousseau. He was sodomized. He's a French philosopher. He was sodomized via his like male mentor. Male mentor. This occurs in the churches. Muslims do it. Jewish do it. Jewish do it. It is like Amy Chua and her husband Jed ولا Jeb Robinfield. They initiated they had like sex parties, orgy parties, where it is like Boris Johnson and Keir Starmer during Keir Starmer during a COVID lockdown, and they brought bags upon bags filled with booze. Booze it is called alcohol and the drugs, and they are during a lockdown. They are like this is Somaliland actually. It is this neighborhood. I don't, even your bedroom, they will come and they will spike everything. The only thing they care about and have regard to is as much sexual slaves that they can يعني they can gain as much sexual slaves as they can gain. الخليج, you know, the Gulf region, those are the whores of the whores. They go like their males, do you know? They are الخليجي, Gulf men are the most hated tourists on planet Earth. Do you know there is in Spain and in some European nations currently they say we don't want your tourists, and even they say this about the Americans when they go to Asia, and the Gulf region is like this. They go there for pedophilia. Even their Khaliji females, they are the whores of the whores. الصبية, a little minors, even did not لم يسلمن منهم. A Kuwaiti whore currently is writing, I don't love El Gulf. I wouldn't live in such a place. A Kuwaiti whore is writing. She is an international lawyer, and she's writing, so many have tried to ruin me, but I have imagine when you are well connected, well networked, and you made affairs with the most influential creatures, be it a religious authority, be it state, intelligence, security, police, whatever, and you made affairs with everybody on planet Earth, so you become the most secured and protected piece of shit on planet Earth, and you write about yourself. عين الناس بطني ولكن رب العرش يعني رعاني. رب العرش رعاني. She is writing, I am going to post here, a Kuwaiti whore. So many have tried to ruin me. The police are chasing me with the guns. with I don't know الميليتري الشيخ الزفت and they ruined my entire life. And they have this doctor sister, she brings diseases and her mother and her siblings and her relatives and her this. And I live in a pharmaceutical laboratory, in a pharmaceutical laboratory via a local and international gangs and cults and networks. They have your room ski, everything is spiked, everything is spiked. I bought, they borrowed bread yesterday, it was haram, was something in it. Then I went out. Even if you go out, the entire house is beating you, and the entire neighborhood, and everybody on planet Earth. You know, they were waiting for me, the moms of this nation, with their babies. They were waiting for me in every shop with candies and the lollipops. I used the lollipop. Go and read research articles on peptic ulcer. Lollipops are among the things that elevate. And ice cream ice cream lollipops ice cream lollipops and this sort of lollipops, they elevate. I read everything on planet Earth on this horrendous peptic ulcer. It is one of the worst things on planet Earth. And they brought a sandwich like a hamburger, and they, because they saw for a few days I was not suffering from the peptic ulcer, and they brought hamburger or whatever diseases, sandwich filled with diseases. What Muslims, what they are like this Kuwait and Khalij. The only thing they care about is pedophilia, sodomy, sexual slavery network. And how many of my relatives were killed via kidnapping, and they were hanged in a police station, whatever shit place they were kidnapped to. They were kidnapped to and taken to. And they say so many have hanged themselves via the windows of their bedrooms. Via the windows of their bedrooms. There was food there, keys, a soup, I don't know, mara'i milk. All, do you know, all sorts of foods, except particular, this is something synthesized peptic ulcer. Majority of the foods of this nation, they increase this peptic ulcer. For example, I cannot drink something called Yemeni milk. Yemeni milk. Actually, I went somewhere, I was buying stuff for this peptic ulcer, and everybody was bringing, this is something even synthesized by the Gulf region. Everybody was bringing السعودية milk powder, السعودية milk powder, السعودية milk powder. Except the stuff made in the Gulf region, everything else, it increases this peptic ulcer. It increases the peptic ulcer. This is something done by the pedophilia, sodomy, sexual slave of Islamists and the Westernists. Because my room is like this. My door is like this. There is a chair and it is locked. It is this. After horrendous stuff and crimes occurred against me, I locked it like this. I want to buy a lot of stuff, more stuff, because they are saying they are coming. We are going to break the door. Imagine. And you every day go and you are giving to the young generations, and the Westerns are with you, your entire family, your entire relatives, and the most closest person to you, your own sibling, your own flesh and blood, you are doing this to them. And you are beloved by the Westerns, by the Christians, by the Jews, by the Muslims, because you are a criminal enterprise. You are a criminal enterprise. And there was also another British whore. She She was not following me because she loves me. She is a professor at York University, at King's College, and other universities in the United Kingdom. And day and night, she was following me on Twitter. And she has, there is her face, you cannot see her face. She's from the, she's a professor at one of the most prestigious universities, at Oxford, at Cambridge, at, I don't know, whatever university in the United Kingdom. And you cannot, and she has hundreds of thousands of followers. And she's talking about, Diana, she's talking about, they love a professor, and there is something who, and there is someone who wants to ruin their greatness and their career. And they are going to avenge from them immensely. What did the Gulf region? Am I billionaire? Fuck the Gulf. Fuck the Muslims, the Jews, and the Christians. I go out, the entire nation is chasing me, and they say, go to another city. In every city, I have a relative and somebody related to me that was shot, hanged, and thrown from a tower, just like the Muslims and the Jews and the Christians did to me. If I am going to do something, I am going to travel abroad. They say, immigrate to another city. What fucking city? Every city in Somaliland, they killed my relatives and even their acquaintances and relatives and everybody. In every city of Somaliland, somebody related to me was killed by a religious authority and the state and the Somali citizens and the Somali citizens. And they say, Hargeisa doesn't want you, go to another state. What fucking state? If I am going I'm going to travel abroad. And who reply? And do you know what does the Americans write to me in universities? We hear you. We hear you. I send an application for a scholarship, or in the United States. It is a fucking nation. I hope God avenges from them. And the only place they want me to go to is Holland. The criminal accused of pedophilia, Mark Rutte. I was working at SOS. They are friends of my family and my relatives. They travel abroad together and they are doing a business together. I am applying to everything on planet Earth, no, and they say go to the Gulf region. They kill even. Somaliland is a great place because Oromo marries. They do. There is a black ugly slave married, and her husband is wearing a big cross, and they are saying on TikTok, give me my money, I want my, do you understand? And they are carrying brooms and stuff you use for sweeping the floor, and brooms, it is this neighborhood, it is, and they are saying to me, even Americans on TikTok, they are sodomizers. It is a fucking nation. I am consider me like Mary J. Trump. She's criticizing that sack of shit named as President Kharazift Donald Trump. It is a great nation. Consider me like this Mary J. Trump. I don't have any sort of a relationship with my family, with my relatives. When I go to this even United States of America, I will live in any part within the United States of America, ولا any part, ولا any place on planet Earth, not the European Union. What? 3 years ago, before I left the job, they were carrying. I applied for an EU representative office in Somaliland. Even it is filled by those related to my family and my relatives, workers related to my family and relatives. Every day and night I am sending applications to them, and nobody applies to my job applications. And they came 4 years ago before I left Somaliland, and they were buying books from a place that is related to my family and my relatives and everybody, and those among the family that became billionaires and are well connected to the Muslims, Jews, and the Christians. They were buying books, and they said it is Christmas gifts for our, and It is Christmas gifts for our families abroad. Tour- Terrorists and traffickers. How are they respected by their citizens? By their citizens. It is like the Spanish monarchy, Spanish monarchy that were beaten to death upon when the floods or the earthquake or whatever occurred in Spain, and they were stoned. Consider me this Mary J. Trump that is writing books on Trump. What was a relative of RFK Jr. She said, don't hire him. He's mentally ill, and he had a secret basements in every place that belongs to him and his friends, and they were killing all the cats, all the dogs. It is like this Trump. They are eating the dogs, they are eating the cat, and he was killing little animals, innocent animals or pets, and he was mixing them in the blender and the mixer, and he was feeding them to his falcons or whatever. And he hanged even. They are the beloveds of the criminals, like this RFK Jr. and this Trump and whatever criminal enterprises around the world, Muslims, Jews, Christians. And his wife, she died in a mysterious manner, and they said she hanged herself in her house. Actually, they said he sent to her a secret service ولا hired killers ولا whatever, I don't know. He sent them to her premises and her house, and he killed his divorcee because he didn't want. She was revealing all his shit and all his haram and crimes he is doing, like this cousin of him that was saying he was killing all the innocent animals and mixing them in the blender and making, I don't know, juices and whatever, I don't know, of them, and feeding it to falcons, well, I don't know, whatever sorts of other shitty animals he was pets, well, shitty creatures he was raising. Consider me those people. Consider me those people who were writing on Trump and RFK and everybody, George Bush, well, whatever. Am I supposed day and night to be tortured and traumatized, threatened, beaten? And she comes from university. Go and watch her day and night. How is she? There is something called تأنيب ضمير. Yeah, and this is when you have conscience, ولا ضمير. You say وقد خاب من حمل ظلما. When you wrong an innocent creature and their life, health, source of income, their entire life, their health, their everything, and they had before that this severe disability, and you ruined everything for them, you have تأنيب ضمير. I caused all those damages. I caused all these damages and ruin to them, and you have تأنيب ضمير. There is nothing. My mom is, and they are like zombies. I talk to them, they are not with us. They are psychopath, sociopath, narcissists. And the Indians are writing for them. There is, sometimes you have somebody very close. She looks like a mentally ill creature. Don't I recite even for you? البooks I read. Forget about what I am studying at universities, or even because I majored in media, and I majored in political science and psychology, philosophy, and stuff like that. I discuss with you everything. And she's saying an Indian whore. Actually, when the Italians and the Americans, they are shitty pedophilia, sodomy, gang rape, sexual slavery, born hub production. My mom says I have social media born. What fucking is social media born hub? Those who have those stuff, they become the first lady of America, Melania Trump. They become a wife of Trump. God forbid, والعياذ بالله, I become ever something like that. Those who have, she was a queen of nude. She was, يعني this is a name like this given for they are like, so she doesn't feel because she will not do it with other males. If you shame her, if you shame her, so they give her a label of female escort. She worked for a mod. It is they import from Eastern Europe because they have the most beautiful women on planet Earth. They import lots and lots for such billionaires and the elites like Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell for the monarchies of the Western world, the Middle East, in Eastern is whatever, and they give them those names. uh, um, يعني they give them another job in disguise. She works for a modeling agency. I was watching a detective movie, a detective series. it is it talks about that those يعني places that bring females from Eastern Europe as female models, and they are trafficking them for the likes of Donald Trump and via Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, and they give her this name, female escort. When you have, and she says about me, you are complaining. uh, do I want to be locked in a room? Do I want to be locked in a room? I am studying, toiling to be locked in a room 3 years, and you are taking images with everybody on planet Earth, and those crimes against humanity, against me. You are working with them, and you are taking photos with them everywhere on planet Earth, and you have no regret, no remorse, no shame, no guilt, no anything, and you come and every day you are still committing against the victim of evil that you ruined them and their lives. You are doing against them crimes against humanity every day, you and your neighborhood and your entire nation, everybody on planet Earth, and you are saying move to another city. In every city they killed every relative and every person related to me. If I'm going anywhere else, I will be traveling abroad. Travel abroad to where? And they are showing, my mom talks day and night about, I want to share, and they say, Naya. Even I am telling you, my sister is a criminal. She says, she and Dr. Suhair, Samira, Safiya, my brothers, their relatives, all of them, everybody is doing something in regards to genitalia, and they say via in windows and via the microphone, we are going to change your gender. And they say, Naya, we will change. You refuse it evil, we will change your gender. And my mom says day and night, I am going to shave. Go and look at my family members' hair. I went to a beauty salon called Amal Artists, and they cut my entire hair. And you are protected by the Westerns, by the Gulf nation, and everybody on planet Earth. They became rich and prominent at my expense. I go to governmental organizations searching for work, and they say, who told you to come inside the building? We are going to do this to you. And the neighbors are standing on the gates of their houses, especially who sodomized me, with the babies on their hips and waving watches, and they are coughing day and night. This even morning, they were making sounds, the entire neighborhood sounds with beletes and saying, we are hungry, we are hungry. And another, I don't know. She talks about Somaliland. And she says her name is Dr. Renee something, and she comes on JB News and Talk TV on the Mardokh channels. Mardokh, at this age, he is having sex. What sort of sex? Putting a cigar like Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. Even Bill Clinton in his 40s was suffering from erectile dysfunction. Mardokh, 100 years of age, is marrying at this age. I don't, and they are forced, and they are saying, prepare the bride, she will be taken. She will be taken. I live in this Holocaust camp. Day and night, it is torturing. It is torturing. It is torturing and crimes against humanity like this. I went to buy bread. They gave me, mom is there in the shops with lollipops, and sheikhs came, and I don't know, X and Z came, and horrendous stuff. I don't care about you or your fucking, and they are saying to me, make a Somali traditional dish. You have so many clothes, change your clothes billions of times during the day. What is this? Kim Kardashian reality TV? What is this? Kim Kardashian reality TV? And the entire nation, El Sheikhs, were chasing me yesterday, and they were sending kisses. And they were saying, كتشرو كتشرو. يعني avenge for yourself, avenge for yourself. What is this avenge for yourself? And they are sending kisses. And they are talking about writing. They were doing black magic even. Of haram. And the sheikhs are chasing me. What sheikhs accuse most properly, most يعني بالتأكيد they do sodomy, pedophilia, and they are chasing me and saying become via force sexual slave, and the wife of number 1 billion in a guest house, well, in a place where you never come out from, for sodomist pedophilic. Those accused of crimes against humanity. And everybody on planet Earth, and my mom is boxing me with this doctor sister around here, and she's saying, because you are ruining me. Go and watch her. She's a criminal. And they are saying, who told you to come near our beloveds and our darlings? What is this? What is this? And my mom is boxing me on nose, mouth, throwing me in the toilet, being and shitting over me. Because the Muslims, they said, even orphan raised by my mom said, I want to take Samia to places where like this, they do this to the, and you take, after you bring sexual slaves, you take lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money. They said, bring Samia to us, so we do that to her. It is their neighbor, a woman is saying to me, I am your husband, and my mom says, our great neighbors. What great neighbors? Since she brought me in 2014, she said, because you refused evil, and this and that, you are brought to this place. A woman is saying to me, I am a man, come to me, I am your husband. A woman is who can live amid all of this, and day and night, the house is filled with such stuff. And daily death threats, beating, poisoning, drugging, spiking. The neighbor is making currently a sound of stuff. When you do you know there is something called in even what is it called? Developmental stages of Sigmund Freud. Anal stage, Falak stage, and stuff like it is like 5 or 6 stages of psychology. And there is something called toilet training for the kids. When you train them to يعني you don't want them to be using bumpers anymore, and you give them toilet training. And neighbors are making a sound of stuff you use for the kids and the babies for their toilet training. الstuff you use for البيبيز toilet training. I live amid those crimes against humanity, and they are saying you are complaining when you have the entire nation, Muslims, Jews, and Christians with you, and I don't have anybody. And an American is writing, they told me to read books, shower a lot, and to stay indoors. And he's saying, I have a friend, and they told me to stay indoors and to read lots. And I said instantly, his name is Scott Scott Evans. What? He's a musician and a composer, and he's sitting with a cup of tea on a swing. He's swinging himself. Instantly, when I saw him, he was behaving. He was behaving like a gay creature. He's a composer with American. Who told you the fucking Americans even love me? The fucking Americans are fighting with me, even the Italians and the Europeans, because and the Europeans and the Muslims and the Jew and the Christians, because they said to me, you have lists. They say to me, you have, even Somaliland said to me, you can become a billionaire. This list of the students, they said to me, this list is money. They said to me, this list is money. You can traffic all those. This neighborhood, they have hotels for trafficking, for the religious satanic cults, and for the state satanic cults, and for the rich satanic cults. They said to me, so Somaliland, the list is money. What fucking money? And they had actually, so Somaliland, they had all female organizations. Imagine, I am in my 40s and they were coercing and compelling me into sexual slavery. An innocent being, in a teen or somebody in their 20s. In their 20s. I swear by God's name, so Somaliland, they trafficked males and females via a satanic religious authority, a state, and the rich. I swear by, they said to me day and night, you have money in your hands. This list is money. And I came day and night. Students sometimes crying in the office, begging them. I don't know, did they spike them, drug them? They were crying in the office with mobile phones, with mobile phones, and they were crying. And they were saying, I will do everything, I will do everything. Males, females, males and females. I would come to the office in the morning, well, in the evening after I finish placement and the internships and stuff like that, and the students were crying in the offices, with their mobiles, and they are saying, I will do everything, I will do everything. They were, so Somaliland, like this neighborhood, were spiking me. And they were funded by the Europeans and the Americans and the rich Gulf nations. They said to me, travel to the Gulf nation, go work there. They gave them something synthesized. A doctor of South Somalia lied about me. He said I did to her, to Samia, psychiatrist, and they brought a Kenyan whore. A Kenyan whore. I was getting cozy to her, and يعني I thought she's a great. I don't يعني do any evil. All human beings for me are like يعني family and brother and sister. I was good to her, and I thought she is a great human being, and I wanted her to help me in getting, after I finished my psychology degree, I wanted her to help me in getting a scholarship abroad. And she was doing all this stuff via the Europeans and the Muslims and the Jews and the Christians. She was getting cozy to me. So she lies about me and frames me with evil and accuses me of heinous stuff. Just like this neighborhood, they are talking, even my brother is talking about those suffering from mental illness. A woman, Kenyan whore, via Somaliland and the Muslims and the Jews and the Christians. She said she did a psychiatrist. She and the Somaliland doctor did. They said to me, South Somaliland, there is a European delegation coming to the office, and there is nobody, everybody is on vacation from your office, and we want you to show them around and talk them to the about your program and stuff like that. And I went there, and it was this Kenyan creature from Italy, and she is a Catholic, and she is married to an Italian man. And I gave her booklets and brochures and stuff related to the program. And she said, I came to visit a woman, her name is Asha. I came to visit a woman responsible of is children safeguarding in Somaliland and Somalia. She's loved, even she hated me so much. She's loved by the Westerners and everybody, and the Muslims and the Jews and the Christians. She had been there in SOS for 20 years. She said, I came to visit a woman responsible of the child safeguarding, children's safeguarding and protection. Her name is Asha. And she talked about heinous and horrendous stuff. Heinous and horrendous stuff. And she knew everybody on planet Earth within their office is forcing sexual, even her closest friends, females, are forcing sexual slavery upon me. And then they lied about me and said, we did a psychiatrist and psychologist analysis to her, and she must be taken and locked in a mental asylum, never comes out of it, and given mental illness medications for life. Till this day, my mom says, and everybody, till you say it is me, and you take mental illness medications, and you are locked in a place, I don't know, where you will never be heard, and her entire neighborhood and everybody. And you are locked in a place where you will never be seen again. You will never have any life of any kind. And she came from the mosque, and the mosque is saying, if you don't want to give it to us for free, front and behind, we want your front and behind. How much is it? Sell it to us. My mom came from a mosque, well, I don't know from wherever, and they are saying, if you don't want to give it for us for free, we want it via money. How much is it? Your front and behind. And every day it is like this. Every day it is like this in this nation. And they say, you eat your last meal, your last food, your last everything, go to another city. What fucking city? Every city I have a relative that was, and somebody associated to them that was murdered and killed. And my brother, he wants to become il Kilanis. He says there is a decree. They are organ harvesters, sexual slavery. They are not my family. And the fuck Ethiopia. They came and they lied about me. And they lied about me, and they said it is a lesson. Lesson for what? That I didn't become like those of your organization, and the nation is like them, Europeans, Americans, Africans, Asians, Arabs, whatever, that is trafficking everybody, even children. And she said this is a lesson. 5 years I am applying for jobs because I refuse to become an evildoer and do haram and sell everybody into trafficking. Is this the thank you I get for not trafficking like all Muslims, all Jews, all Christians, trafficking everybody on planet Earth? And they say El Clan is said, and it is like a criminal enterprise. They are saying he wants us to become and those coercing me, the family coercing me. The Westerns are making them billionaires, and the Jews and the Muslims and the Christians, and he wants us to become a member of the parliament. He's saying El Clans don't want you, and they are going to do this and that to you, and they work for all the governmental organizations, all the Western organizations, all the non-Western organizations. And currently he wants us to become, they are going to elect him as a member of the parliament. As a thank you for he too, this brother, his name is Mahmoud, they are going to elect him. He's going to sell everybody on Muslims, he and the Muslims and the Jews and the Christians, like everybody associated to him, family, relatives, and everybody. He says, I'm going to become a member of the parliament. I am going to become a member of the parliament. And he's pretending that he's suffering from, it is a lie. Do you know all of them are psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists. They don't have ولا guilt, ولا regret, ولا guilt, ولا shame, ولا remorse. This human being, and he says, at what age are you? Mama is not going to let you travel. At what age? My father is 100 years old, and he is abroad. And he is abroad. He traveled at age 1 billion. He lives abroad. And he says, Mama will not leave you. This is a mama that is organ harvester, workers. I don't know who is this mama. It is somebody who works in sexual slavery networks, organ harvesting, and criminal enterprises. He says, at what age are you going to travel abroad? Mama is not going to leave you. And day and night he is saying to the mosque that said 2 days ago, if you want to give us your front and behind free, how much is it? We want to buy it. Did you do it? It must be done. And avenge, and he's saying avenge. Kachara. What is this? I am the victim. And crimes against humanity occurred against me. And they are saying for refusing evil and crimes against humanity. They look like Satan himself. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. And he goes and says, all of them go to that mosque that is saying, sell it to us. I go everywhere, they are saying something like this. It is a lie. Go and see their photos and their ceremonies and everything on planet Earth. With everybody that committed crimes against humanity, against me. And this, I saw him on Twitter, on TikTok, and he's drinking on his swing. And he's saying, I am disenchanted with my life. I am reading books. I am taking showers. Taking showers. I am reading books, and sex is so. And he says, this is my closest friend, and I am having sex all day. And I said to him, stop complaining. Where is this police? And he said, and he laughs, I am at the prison. His name is Scott Evans something. Instantly when I saw him, he's a composer and a musician. He's an American composer. Instantly, and all his TikTok reels is about heinous stuff that resembles this nation of Somaliland and those associated with them. A Kuwaiti whore is writing. So many wanted to damage me, and God elevated me above all of them. When you have the entire nation with you, and the Muslims and the Jews and the Christians, you are not going to complain, and you will be elevated, even if you are nothing. Even if you are nothing, you will be elevated. Naum Chomsky said so. He said there are two groups of intellectuals. Those, it is like he said in his book, who rules the world. And he's saying those who side with, it is like Israel, it's King Ahab and his whole wife, satanic creature, Jezebel. Those who criticize evil, they are shunned and they become outcasts, and crimes against humanity occurs against them. And those who side with the evil and they are associated with the evil, they are elevated and they become the Donald Trumps, the European Union, the Gulf nations, the Asians and the Africans, and I don't know whatever, billionaires of entire planet Earth. When you have everybody with you, you won't complain. My mom, she's forcing evil upon me. She's forcing evil upon me. She's not my mother. She is a trafficker. While my siblings are not my siblings. And they say, move to another state. And every state killed everybody for them. They baked for me a special period of kisses. The entire day, I don't know. Your mouth is moving. And I bought new bread yesterday. It is bread of Baptic Asr.